Well, Noah McCourt is a civil rights activist based in Minneapolis. He joins us now. Good to talk to you, Noah. So we've heard in the last few hours that one of the police officers involved in what happened to George Floyd has been arrested and faces charges of third-degree murder and manslaughter. How has that news been received where you are?
I think many in the community are very happy that justice is being done. However, we don't see it as the complete level of justice because we believe that the other officers involved share in the guilt for this man's death, who they had a custodial responsibility to protect. So we continue to call on Hennepin County Attorney Mike Freeman and others in power to hold these officers accountable for their actions.
What has the mood been like in Minneapolis over the past few days? How have people been feeling about what's happened?
I would say that there's a lot. People are angry. There is a lot of outrage over this incident, and I would say that over time, the mood has continued to really shift towards anger and pain, and people really expressing it in a myriad of different ways.
Sorry, go ahead.
One of the major concerns that I think has sort of shifted the narrative is there is a lot of concerns about business owners and rioting. And quite frankly, we feel that the city of Minneapolis has really antagonized this situation. I was out the first night and I watched Minneapolis police officers fire rubber bullets into a crowd of peaceful protesters. The other thing that we've seen that has really been problematic is they've been jamming signals. The MPD really does not want people to see what's going on here in Minneapolis, and for so long, they want the narrative.
And Noah McCourt, I hope you can still hear me. We are looking at live pictures from Minneapolis now. There seem to be some people on the streets as well as plenty of police. These demonstrations don't seem to show any sign of stopping. What do you think they will, and what are protesters hoping to achieve?
Protesters want justice. We want justice for our community, and we want justice for George Floyd. And justice is not simply using one officer as a scapegoat. Justice is inclusive of charging those involved, of changing our policies and practices so that law enforcement can be held accountable by the community.
And why do you think this case has been quite so sensitive and provoked such a reaction?
Well, you know, this is yet another example of where if there had not been a bystander watching this incident, there would have been no outrage. And so again, I really think the outrage here in this incident and the reaction is really because the community has access to the full narrative. And the community is running with that narrative, and the community expects the officers, Chauvin and his colleagues, are held accountable for their actions. And I'm not sure when they're going to stop. And quite frankly, I don't know that they're going to be stopping anytime soon. You know, the charges filed this morning against Officer Chauvin are the first step in a long process. And we want to make sure that this process is fair and equitable and that there's justice for George Floyd.
Okay, Noah McCourt in Minneapolis, many thanks indeed for being with us.